Welcome to Harmony Spiritual Center. My name is Reverend Dr. Pjae Stanley, and it is so good to be here and to see your beautiful faces. Always, always beautiful to be here. So last week you had a great guest, Janet Ellis, and she spoke about abracadabra. And of course, when I saw that, thinking, okay, where are we going with this? And it was absolutely wonderful. And it reminded me, because how many of us have heard that word before? Exactly. And how many of us knew that that's what it meant? Of course you did. But I did not. And it's just interesting to me how often we say things and we do things from just because that's a memory or whatever it is, but we don't really know the power of what it is we're saying or doing, like I am. That's what abracadabra is. It's the same as I am. It is as I say. It's created as I say it is, as I speak it. That's what I am actually means. So that was a wonderful talk to just remind us of the power of our words to create and to co-create our lives, so that we want to be cognizant of what we're saying. Not only what we're saying, what we're thinking, because thinking leads to speaking about it. Yeah? So we really want to be conscious of that. So that was just a wonderful talk, and I really appreciate that she was here. And that is a word I won't be using that word, but it's a word that reminds me of the power that we have. So it was wonderful. Today I want to talk about a smaller first step. A smaller first step. And the reason I want to talk about that is because we are constantly evolving, whether we want to or not. I believe that we are here and we grow through the experiences that we have. So we're here to experience life in so many different ways, from so many different people. We're here to help one another with our experiences. Even as people are watching what you do, they're learning. They're learning watching what I'm learning, watching what you do and what you say, and thinking about what that means to me. How do I want to or not want to incorporate that? So we're constantly evolving. And if we are having a relationship with Spirit, where we are meditating and speaking to Spirit all the time, which I am always advising and encouraging, that you are talking to Spirit and listening to Spirit on a moment-by-moment basis. I tell you, Jim and I were coming this morning. I love the traffic stories, because there's so many stories of forgiveness. Forgiving yourself as you're driving. So I'm driving, and this big Texas white truck just barrels down on me. And I'm in a one lane. There's nowhere for me to go, because we're actually getting ready to go across the bridge. So there's nowhere for me to go. And I'm just thinking, what is happening, buddy? I can't dematerialize and get out of your way. I mean, we're going to have to get on this road together. But as I'm thinking about that, I'm also saying to myself, all right, you don't know what is going on. I think he's got somebody pregnant in the car, about to have the baby. I don't know. We don't know. That's the thing. We judge. We have thoughts. We have comments. We have feelings about things we don't know jack about. We don't. And so that's one of the things that as we're talking about evolving and what it is we want to do and how we want to be, that we watch our thoughts, and that we can stop our thinking. We can stop a negative thought the moment we recognize it. Oh, you know what? I don't want to be there. I don't want that. Let that go. And just allow something beautiful to come into you. It's a great day. I'm in the car with a friend. We're talking about movies and books and things that we like. And I want to focus on that. That's what's good. So we talk with Spirit, and we ask for things, because that's how that works. We want to grow. We have desires. We want to do something more. I've shared with you many things I've asked Spirit for, and Spirit has always responded. But I'm not always happy with the response, because it's not always something I feel like I understand how to do. And the thing that I've said to you, and I say it to you because I say it to myself, the how is not our business. Our business is the what. What do you want? And then allow Spirit to bring you the how. Sometimes when you see the how, you're thinking, oh, that's a big step. Is it? So I would encourage us to think about not big or small, just what's the next step. And I say a smaller step because that is how we think about it, how we think about life, big, small, little. We have sizes, and we think that it's not in the mind of God. But certainly in us trying to move forward, it kind of feels that way. So I encourage us to think about smaller step. How could we, what is, and it's a question that you should ask yourself, what is the one thing that I can do in service to my dream? What is the one thing that I can do in service to my dream? So I was down in Waco for the Labor Day weekend, but I didn't even know it was Labor Day weekend, by the way, not until I got in traffic. I was like, what's going on? Where are these people going? But anyway, I got to a friend of ours, Rose, got to her house, and we had some other friends come over, and we just had a wonderful time, just talking and reminiscing and playing games and all of that. And one of our friends, Jana, she mentioned her book. And I've known her, how long have we known her? 25, a long time, 20 years, something. And I said, what book? Do you have a book? And she said, oh, yeah, I've got a book. And, I got a ghostwriter to help me. I had all the information, but I didn't really know how to lay it out. So I got a ghostwriter. And by the way, by the time I got back home, she had mailed the book to me. So the book was waiting for me when I got to my house. So she was talking about that. And then our other friend, Rose, was reminding us of this gathering that we used to do when we were in Waco. It was called passport dinners. And she created it. Rose created it. So I was asking her about a particular recipe that I like. She said, oh, it's in the passport dinner book. So she pulled this huge binder out that she had of recipes. Yeah, recipes and how to fundraise with the passport dinners and how to invite people in and how to divide up the work and blah, 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 blah. Just went on and on and on. Just lots of recipes in there. So I said to her, because we were just talking about a book, I said, you should turn that into a book. That's going to be a very helpful book. It has all kinds of things in it. You could sell it to nonprofits because it's a great fundraiser and a way to meet people, just on and on. And she was like, no, it's too much work. And I said, you've already done the work. You've already done it. So let's just think about what the chapters would be. It'd be a chapter on fundraising. It'd be a chapter on the actual recipes. You break the chapters down into all the international places because it was Italy and it was all different places. And she goes, well, I could see the look on her face. She wasn't buying any of it. And so, so I kept talking and taking it smaller and smaller till I finally got to a place where I said, well, why don't you just review what you have and see what you want to do with it? She goes, I could do that. I'll do that. And then she got excited. She got excited because we kept making it smaller. The whole thing was still the same. But instead of her seeing the big thing, the completed book, she saw, oh, all I got to do is just review what I already have. Yes, that's all. That's all you got to do. And of course, you're going to do the next step when I call you. But at least we're getting started. So that's all I'm saying. We have to break things down, because that's just where our logic mind goes. It goes to fear very quickly. And Spirit is not going to give us something we can't do. Spirit is not going to give us something and then not supply us with the answer or the way in which to make that work. So one of the ways that I know the Spirit works with me is to make it smaller, to show me the small step. Oh, I could do that. I could take that little bitty step. Sure, that's nothing. Yeah, I could do that. Oh, there's another little step? Okay, yeah, I can do that. And you just keep on until you're already there. That's how it works. So I encourage you to think about that, to know that when you ask for something, it's not abracadabra and boom, it's there like a rabbit in a hat. But it is abracadabra in that you speak your word and Spirit shows you the way. All you have to do is walk towards Spirit. That's all. That's all we got to do. And if it seems too big, first of all, it's not, because Spirit isn't going to give you something you can't do. So know that. But then the next thing is, just make it smaller in your mind. Just make it smaller in your mind. You all know that I went to Tennessee a while back to visit a friend of mine. And every year I would go over to Thailand, which I've lived there for a while, and we do a fundraiser. We stopped doing that, and now we're doing it here. We just go to here in the U.S. So we just go to different states, and we all meet up at different places. And so we just went to the state of Washington this past year to do it. Well, one of my girlfriends moved to Tennessee, and so I went to go visit with her. But when she was in Thailand, she was calling me and talking with me and saying, oh man, how are we going to, I really want to, because her boy had already moved to Tennessee. He was already going to school in Tennessee. And there's three of them. There's the parents and the boy. And they're just a very tight family. And they wanted to get to Tennessee to be with their child. But she said, how am I going to do it? Well, what's going to happen? And of course, my first thing is, well, just tell Spirit you want to do it. If that's a decision, then claim it. Just claim the decision. I'm going to be in Tennessee when? A year from now? Just say it. And so that's the first small step. Just say it. Claim it. And then things start happening. So she said, oh, well, we need to get rid of the business. We have lots of businesses, and we need to sell the businesses. I said, yeah, great. How am I going to do that? All right. Open your mouth and tell people you are selling, right? Just tell people you're selling it. All kinds of people came out to buy it because it was a school. It was a music school. And they were giving everything with it, all the instruments, everything they had. Their students, everything was going to go. Who wouldn't want to buy that? Who wouldn't want to? But everything that needed to happen, we had to keep breaking it down into steps she could see because it was just it was a big deal. That's a good word. It wasn't, but it felt overwhelming because there were so many pieces. But if you just keep backing up, what's the one thing I can do in service of my dream? Their dream was to be here in the U.S. with their son. Okay. Well, so you got a lot of stuff here you got to get rid of. What's the first thing you're going to do? Let go of the school. Let go of the studio. Because you still got to live while you're getting there. So do that. And let's start. So we just kept talking. This is one of the things that we do. This is part of what we're here about, is being together with each other. It's a thing that I call PIB, Partner in Believing. We are PIBs for each other. You are PIBs for other people. You can believe, because it's not your dream, but you know what's possible for other people. So we want to walk around all the time believing with, not for, with other people. Because if they see, and particularly if they know you have a great relationship with Spirit, that you are a spiritual person, they say, oh, well, she believes it. I could probably do it. Just be a partner in believing. I need partners in believing. I call up Pat. I call up Glenn. I call you up. Hey, I'm having some difficulty. And you guys say, what are you talking about? Stop it. Oh, you're right. Just a momentary lapse there, right? We just need that. We just need partners in believing. We need to speak our word, abracadabra. It is as we speak it. It is as we create it. So whatever you want, just claim it. And then let Spirit bring you the how. And if it feels too big, you know it's not, because Spirit's not going to give you anything you can't handle, that he's not going to be there, he, she, it, however you see God, not going to give you and bring things to you, and then not going to give you an answer or a way in which to do it. We just have to step out in faith. And you can even ask Spirit, that feels big. What's a smaller step? What's the first? You can just ask Spirit, what's the first step? What's the step I can take? When I was trying to get the car, I've shared this with you before, and I wasn't trying to get the car. You all were telling me what a raggedy car I had, and that, and that I needed another car. And I'm like, okay. But in my mind, I'm like, car, where's it going to come from? Like, where's the money going to come from a car? So I finally claimed it, and I said, okay, I'm going to get a car. No idea how that's going to happen, but I'm going to get a car. So I'm waiting, and Spirit says, you got to get rid of the car you have. Let it go. I'm sorry, what? So it's raggedy, but it's mine, and it does get me around. So you want me to let go of the car before you bring me a car? Yeah, that's how it happens, because that's what faith looks like, okay? If you let go of the car after you get the car that you're looking for, where's the faith? Where's the belief? So I said, oh, okay, I got you. So I let it go, scared, but did it anyway. Well, you know the rest. You see the new car that's sitting out there in the parking lot. It's there. Okay? That's what God does. That's what we know. I'm just here to remind you. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm just here to remind you. We all have the ability. Sometimes we just need a smaller step because it's available to us. God would have told us about it if it wasn't. Just 3 things that I want to share with you. I'd like to give you some to-dos because this is a practical spirituality. This is a teaching center. How do we do what I'm telling you to do? First thing that I always do, and I recommend to everyone, just look back over your life. So the thing that's in front of you feels impossible because it's the future. But look back over your life and recognize and realize you've already done this before. You've already claimed something, and Spirit has shown up. So just look back and remember how it works. So you know going forward, oh, these are the steps I took. I asked for it. I listened to Spirit. I did what Spirit asked, and then I waited for it to happen. Those are the steps. It's not a big deal. You've done it. You already know. So just look back over your life and remember when Spirit showed up. Spirit always shows up. That's the first thing I want to remind you of that. Number 2, remember how life and prayer works. The first thing that has to happen is you have to make a decision. You can't be wandering around going, well, it would kind of be nice if I could use a... You haven't made a decision. Make a decision. I would like a car. Doesn't have to be new, but it has to be new to me. And it has to work well. And it needs to be luxurious. And I want it to be a Lexus. I said all the things that I wanted. All the things that I wanted. This is what I want. Make a decision and ask Spirit for it. And know, believe, and beyond believe, know it's done. It's done. So that's the first thing you have to do. Remember that. The step 1 is required. It's required. You don't need a map. You don't need to know how. You don't need to know when. You just need to know that you have to tell Spirit what you want. Make a decision. That's a prayer. It's a prayer. Okay? So look back over your life, realize what you've done, remember how it works. You have to make a decision. That's step 1. And number 3, remember who you are. You are an individualized expression of the one love. All the power you need is in you already. You are a co-creator. You're a co-creator. So whatever you need is going to come to you as soon as you make the decision to do it. That is all. There's a lot of people who will tell me, I'd love to go here, I'd love to go there, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that, I'd love to have this, I'd love to have that. And I said, well, go ahead, do it. State it. Make a decision. Say yes. Say yes. It's not even, Spirit already knows what you want. Just say yes. Yes, I'm here now, I'm ready. That's all. That's all we get to do. And sometimes we just need to take a tinier step. One of the first things I left out, the very first thing that I did when I was asking about the car, Spirit said, I don't even know what kind of car you want. You haven't said anything. I mean, you say you want a car, then you know how many cars are out there, girlfriend? This is how I talk to Spirit. Spirit and I talk like that. And he said, tell me what you want. So I did. I started looking around. And you know how when you get a car, then you see that car everywhere? Well, as I started looking for the car, the Lexus just kept showing up. It was the Lexus. It just kept showing up everywhere. I think, well, it must be a Lexus then. It's a Lexus, Spirit. I need a Lexus. That's it. So, all right. So that's just, you have to make a decision. You have to tell Spirit what it is, and Spirit already knows. I think Spirit knew I wanted one. That's why he kept showing it in my face. Like everywhere I went. Like, so everybody got a Lexus now? When did this happen? I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's okay. I just want to leave you with a couple of final thoughts. I talked about this. I'm so proud of her. I think she did a great job when Janet reminded us of the power of abracadabra, of saying it is as I speak it. It is as I speak it. That's what abracadabra means. I looked it up because I never heard it. I was like, what does she mean? So I looked it up. And so that's exactly that's what it translates to. It is as I speak it. So we have to speak it. We have to speak it out loud, not just let it go around in your mind. Because the way your mind works, it'll be one thought, then another thought, and another thought. There's no clear thought in there. There's no clear decision. So you have to speak the decision out. That's what makes it real. Speak it out. Okay, so make a decision. We get to co-create with our imaginations. We get to co-create with our minds. We get to co-create with our speaking it. And the energy that we have, we draw to us what we need. The people we need, the places, the circumstances, whatever, we draw to us. That's what we do. So just say yes. Just say yes to the thing that's running around in your head, and then say it out loud. Yes, this is what I will accept. This is what I want. That's all. If it's taking a step, here's just an example. I say to myself, I'm going to write a book. A book? That's big. Who's going to read that? All right, fine. Be quiet. Write a chapter. Just write a chapter. You don't have to write a book. Just write a chapter. A chapter. Oh, what would be in it? Who would want to read? Well, how would I start? What would be the beginning? All right, quiet down. If it's too big, How about just writing a page? Just write a page. Just put your stuff out on a page. Can I fill up a page? That's like 500 words. How am I going to fill up a page? All right, fine. Write a paragraph. How about just write a paragraph? Just start writing a paragraph. A paragraph, all right. Too big? Just write a sentence. Do you understand? Just keep taking it back until you can do it. Then do that. And that will encourage you to do the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. That's how making it. So you've got an idea. Find the step that you can take in service of your dream right now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Joel Osteen tells us this. Whatever follows, the I am will eventually find you. I am beautiful, I am smart, I am dumb, I am sick. Whatever follows I am will eventually follow you. It'll find you. So watch what you say when you put I am in front of that. My final thoughts. Fear finds us. It just does. When we forget who we are. That's the only way we'll be fearful, because we've forgotten who we are. We are co-creators. We are individualized expressions. There's nothing to fear. Whatever we need, whatever we want to move forward with, we can co-create that. That's ours to do. Look behind you. Look behind you into the past and remember how far Spirit has already brought you. Look at the things that have happened in your life and look how far you've come. You will continue to go. There's, again, no reason for Spirit to drop you off. And look at this now moment. At this now moment. And all you need, everything you need is in this moment. It's in this moment right now. So we don't have to look to the future. We don't have to be worried about what's going to Stay right here with Spirit. Stay right here. That's all you got to do. And then you look ahead and you claim who you are becoming. I am what? What is it you want to become? A great speaker? Teacher? Leader? Daughter? Son? What is it? I am that. And just take a small step towards it. That's all you got to do. And so it is. Thank you.